Hey everybody, this is T-Jaw. We're coming back here from Tacos and Toys, and we're going to do the review we were talking about a few weeks ago. You saw the commercial for Eternia, and now you saw the review that we got in the opening of the toy. So today, we've seen a lot of people online, even though there's a ton of videos out there, people are still asking questions about what's the sizes, what's the depth, what pieces look the same, stuff like that. And I'm sure there's already videos out there like that, but we're going to give you our video. And our videos today is going to go right through every piece of Eternia, all the way from the smallest piece to the largest piece. And I also did something today I didn't think I was going to do. I actually put my original Eternia together with tracks. Now the tracks are repo tracks, but I had an experience today. One of the repo tracks did break. So buyer beware. So, and it did break, and we'll show it to you on the video. It still works pretty good. Now, I think the original one has been around so long that some of the tracks might be warped and stuff, because the tram motor tram is not doing that work very well around it. But we'll show you that it does work, and it'll go around doing certain things. But let's go ahead and start. And so today, here's Eternia. This was made in 1986. It was one of the last Masters of the Universe items come out. It was a dream come true for kids of the He-Man fans. A lot of kids did not get it because at that line, He-Man Skeletors weren't coming out. There really wasn't a He-Man Skeletor character. They were just putting newer characters out, and that's what killed the line, in my personal opinion. And I believe that. I believe that if they kept putting in original characters like Man-at-Arms and Beastman and stuff like that, we probably would have seen more stuff. But at that point in time, you were already 5 years into the toy line, and no kids were getting it, and the cartoon was already being shuffled on reruns and stuff like that. So as you know, I have been a Masters of the Universe fan my whole life. I am 50 years old. I had every He-Man Masters of the Universe toy ever made. I have all 2000X, all New Adventures, all Classics, all Origins, original, vintage, miscellaneous, foreign stuff, bootlegs, and I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan. And so let's go through, let's go and show the towers. Okay, so the original tower, we're going to do sizes right now first. So the original tower, from base, going inside the track, from base to the very top, not the flagpoles, it is 30 inches tall. That is the actual height of the Eternia. Now the width of the original Eternia from the gargoyle to the front track, from the gargoyle to the elevator turn point is 19 inches. So we know that the depth of the original one is 19 inches. If you go from the track, on the outer edge of the track, all the way to the outer edge of the track, the Grayskull track, you're looking at 50 inches. That's the length of the whole playset. Now the actual tower base, from the Snake Tower to the Castle Grayskull Tower to the full length, is 24 inches. So 24 inches, 19 inches, 50 inches, 30 inches. So that's that original one. And if you want to go ahead, and we can do it from the flag post just to show you guys what it is. Flagpole, you're looking at 7 inches taller, so 37 inches. So that's what that is. Let's go to the new one, guys. So this is the new Eternia. And the first thing we'll do the same thing. We'll go to the tower first. Tower first, from the base, all the way inside, all the way to the top, is 31 inches. So it is an inch taller than the original Eternia, which is kind of weird because it does look the same height, but maybe it's not. So we're going to go do the width, because on one of the things you guys have asked for on our opening video is that you asked what the depth of the thing was, so you guys can put it into a shelf or something. Now I want to tell you, we're going to do it 2 ways. We're going to do the tower depth, and we're going to do the back of the two tower depth. So if we go to the gargoyle and you go back, you are 21 inches. So that's 2 more inches longer. So let's go from the gargoyles to the back of the snake is 25 inches. So your shelf needs to be at least 26, 27, 28 inches to secure it securely on your shelf. Same thing with this side, I guarantee is going to be the same. So because it looks like the same from the back. So you're looking at 29 inches. So it is a little bit larger in the back for the Grayskull one, so that even changes your shelf size. I would be safe, put 32-inch shelf would be safe for that. So that's the depth. So let's go from the track to track. Track to track is 50 inches, exactly like the original one. So that's pretty cool. So you guys know that at least it's 50 inches. You know you're gonna have to get in there and get this shelf big enough to do it. So now, we're gonna go back to the original one for a second because we didn't do the snake tower. The snake tower is 24 inches tall. The new snake tower is 25 inches tall, so it's an inch taller. Now let's go over here to the Grayskull tower. Grayskull tower is 20 inches exactly. So we'll go over to the new tower, Grayskull tower, and it is 22 inches, so it is a bigger tower. So overall, new Eternia playset from 2024 is bigger than the original one, and it's a lot better made. The vintage toy, everything breaks on this thing. I don't know how there is still so many left in the world right now, because it took me 35 years just to get one looking this good. And I never had it as a kid, so yes, I'm happy to have it. And so let's go in and do some of the features of the castle. So on the new Eternia, the playset, to make the hands move, they have a little like crystal ball type thing on the side that you can move and makes the hands grab the guy and pull the mouth back, which is a very good feature because the original one is a little wrench. I'll show you to you in just a second. But see, it's cool, and the cool thing is the arms turn. The original one doesn't do that. It's pretty awesome. And I think that's a really cool thing. So now let's go over to the new Eternia and I'll show you how it works. So you want to come around here to the back, or I'll show you later, but here there is on this one, the lever does do the I'm telling my cameraman wrong. But so the lever is still the same for the hands, but the mouth is different. So see, this does this, which is the same, but the arms don't move up and down. They just go side to side, which is a really cool feature. Now, let's go back over this one real quick because let's show you something that's a little different. On this one, they made the mechanism work with the gargoyle. The gargoyle flips up, causes the drawbridge to come down, the mouth comes down. It has a nice clip thing. The original one does not do that. So it's pretty cool, awesome. That's that. Now let's go back over to the vintage. So the vintage has a little wrench. Now cameraman, come over here. There is a little wrench right here. It is one of the most expensive pieces of the Eternia playset. This is the piece. I'm showing it to you right now if you want to go to the front. So this thing right here, can you see it all right? Yep. All right. That piece is actually what moves the mount. See? See? So instead of making the gargoyle, they made the mouth have a little wrench to go inside of it. So it's a nice little cool. I kind of like the wrench better than the gargoyle, but I get the idea because the drawbridge actually opens on that one. This one you have to manually open, because see the drawbridge, it just comes open on your own. You can move it. So, and the gargoyles are the same. There's still the hidden gargoyle here that you can put like a weapon inside of. It does come off. See? Oh wait, that's what they did differently. It's this one here, comes off. You can hide a little weapon inside of it. So instead of that, they went ahead and made it a mechanism for the drawbridge. Now the face, I can tell you, is a little bit smaller because we did do that on the other video, so I'm not going to show you that. That is a little bit bigger. The mouth is a little bit bigger too. So now let's go to the snake tower because that's one of the coolest parts. And so the snake tower on the new one has a really awesome feature. For one thing, the mouth goes up and down. The original one does not have that. There is a mechanism we'll show you at the end of the video, or right now, it doesn't matter. So there's a little blue mechanism right here that you pull down, and what it does is and turn side to side to make the snake move. So, and then we'll get from the front and show you what it does. So then you can turn it all the way around. turn all the way around. You can look at you can look at your opponents, whatever. The cool thing is it comes down like it's striking at the tram. Its mouth moves up and down, a very cool feature. I'm really glad they did that with this one. It's really, really awesome. So that's the new snake feature for the new Eternia. On this one, it does not have really anything but just a knob. You can barely see it inside there. Well, you actually can't see it at all, can you?
I can.
Okay, it's just a blue knob. You just you can flip it to return, see? And it's old, so it's gonna have to be a little rickety. So, yep, see how cool it is? The mouth doesn't move up and down, just goes side to side. So, that's the feature on that. And now we're gonna go to the Castle Grayskull Tower. We'll cut to the vintage first, because it's right here. And so, this one is kind of simplistic. The new one's way better, by the way. This one, it just has the door. It's got the little plunger thing for the toilet, I always call it. Goes up and down, which pulls your door back and forth for the bad guy, but you gotta be stuck inside of it. And it does still have the feature where it attaches to the top of the tram, so the tram hits it, and then of course, it goes down. So we may have a little issue with that later in the video because this is a little old, so it may not work as well. But that is that. And the new one is 10 times better because you have a really nice, cool mace head on it. They made it look way cooler than a toilet piece. So, and it's got a very good slide, so it's not good. It still attaches up here to the tram thing. So when the tram hits it, knocks it down, boom, catches your guy. And it's also, they made a whole new section where it's bigger inside for like an actual jail, like a prison. And the cool thing is, if you, this one has a cool trap door and a back piece to let your guy out, which the original one does not have. So it's pretty cool, and they got your little base you can stick some figures on with some foot pegs, and you stick your character here, you push the button like this, falls into the prison, comes up, you can click it. Now if you want to get your guy out, you just close the door, pull the little lever, door comes down. This is probably my favorite new feature on the new Eternia besides the snake head. I like all the extra stuff they put in it. I know on the original concept there was a little wall they were going to put with the set that you could attach to your Castle Grayskull, but it did not come with that, and I wonder if we'll ever get that. You can look online, they'll show pictures of it. So that's both of the towers on both playsets. Now, one thing on this playset, on the original, they had two bridges. Well, bridges and a slide. Here's the original bridge. You walk up, little pegs, just simple, brown. And here's what they call the slide. A lot of people put the slide up here like this, like to make it come off the tower to castle. I didn't like that. And I thought, well, it's got a little square here. Why don't we just put it on this side with the lever, and it makes like a cool, you know, ramp up, which works for the bridge, because this side, the bridge hooks up to the staircase over here, which just makes it cool both ways. Now the new one doesn't have that. The new one has the same bridge, but they actually have a port on the back where you attach the bridge. And I don't know, I kind of like the bridges being on the outside, but you know, it's new. You know, it's pretty cool. Now there's a way to get into the back of the tower. So that is they did the same bridge, but we did not get a slide on the new one. So there is some people 3D printing that slide, which I'm going to order me one myself because I'd like to have one to complete the set. So the only thing right now we need to go to is let's show the trams going around each one to best we can with this one and this one. So we got the pod on there right now, so we'll turn it on. And the regular white pod, I call it the capsule, goes around. It's a little slower than the original, but it's okay. Has all the cool features, still goes around all the way around. Doesn't hit anything, it's really nice, got smooth thing. Comes all the way around. Sounds like the battery's dying on that one. But it goes up, and then we'll stop it right up here and we'll throw on the other guy. And boom. So take him off, and we're going to put the capture pod. So this pod goes on here just like clips onto the actual base of the tram motor. Just snap it on, boom. I've been seeing a lot of people 3D print this piece and actually hangs the other pieces onto the track. It's pretty cool. I think I want to do that myself. So this is the track. So we're going to move this guy to the front. This is a little clip that comes with the Eternia playset. This clip is very important because this is what makes the prison pod, the capture pod, work. Also, the original one does have one too. It's right there. It's blue. It's littler than this one. So we're going to put it on the front because we want all you guys to see what it does. So we're going to take the capture pod, put it back here so we can get a little bit distance for it. And here we go. Turn it on.
Put the arm in the track.
Huh?
Put the maroon arm in the track.
Oh yeah. And so here we go. So the red piece on the back of the capture track actually hits this piece, which opens up the capture pod, which makes the guy fall down. It's pretty cool. See this little red piece here? It hits it, boom, door opens up, guy falls down in the pit. Moat Monster, which we'll look in a minute, does it. So you go around the side, click it back up, pull it off, turn them off. So you don't want to keep the bottom piece coming off. We're going to show you both capture pods here just shortly. So the only thing else it comes with is called the cannon. It is like a two barrel cannon, not two barrel cannon, two guns. You stick the guy inside of it. On the new Origins, Origins figures come apart, so it's easier to put the guy in there. You can put him in there, boom, boom, boom. It does the same thing. It goes on here like this, onto your clip it on, stick it on the tram track, put the guy on it, and you can go around like he's shooting everything. So yeah, it's pretty cool. One thing I noticed on the new one that the original one, or the new one has, that the original one has, is that on the motor, you can put the gun, the extra gun, on the motor on the original one. This one, you cannot put it on. There's nowhere to put it on this piece, which is really weird because I guess they just make an extra gun for the pod, whatever. But that, it's really, I'll show you that, guys, here in a minute, but that's really interesting. So that's the gun, put the capsule back on there. So we'll go over to the original. Now this is cool for me, guys, because this is the first time, well, not really, we tested it, but I can tell you right now, we're sorry for any difficulties we have with the track, because I feel like maybe the tracks are warped and the tram doesn't work as well, but we're going to give you what we can do with it. So here we go. We're going to turn it on. This is old. That is the original one, guys. It's not working as well. But you get the point. So the original one, I think maybe there's no tread on here to hold it on there, maybe because it's so old. And like I was telling you a minute ago, there's a little port on the side of the motor that actually has the piece that sticks the gun on there. So see, that's a cool feature on the original that the new one does not do, because I've looked on there, you cannot put it on it. So we're going to go ahead and put him back up here. I'm not going to show you, it does the same thing as the new one does. So because I want to keep this thing in best condition I can, but I just want to show you that it does still work. So we'll go in and start doing the close-ups of everything now. But I just want to show you all the features that it does do. The original still does the guns, and it still does the capture pod. So, and this thing breaks real easy on the original one, so be careful, guys. So let me grab my chair, and we'll start going through and show you all the little pieces back, you know, of everything it comes with. So, all right. So, first of all, we're going to do the capture pod, since we haven't talking about it right now. This is the original versus the new. And you can see right here, they're both similar, but you notice that this one goes this way, this one goes this way. So it's interesting that maybe the tram does differently on this one. Maybe we put it on wrong.
We can't because of the arms.
Oh, that's right, the arm, yeah. So yeah, so this is the feature they put on there. It is the same pieces. I mean, they look like they used the same mold, but they did not, and because we've already looked at it real closely. Someone did a really good job of sculpting both of the original ones. And the original one, this is missing stickers because it's so old, but the bottom, the flap that makes the person fall out has no detail. It's just a real thin piece of plastic. Nothing else detail on it. Same features everywhere. But this one, they went through and they put a bunch of detail all over, like even on the capture bottom part, has all some nice grid action, like kind of cool stuff. It's a really nice piece. So this is the original, this is the new. So we'll go ahead and move to the next thing. We're going to do the gun. Here is the gun that goes on top of the Eternia playset. Now, hand me that right there. Okay. This piece here is the windshield for the original Eternia playset gun. It's very fragile and very expensive, and it breaks real easy. But it goes right here onto the gun, but we are not going to put it on there because I don't want to snap it. But I want to show you that I do have it, and it does go with it, and it's pretty cool. We'll stick it to the side right here. But the gun is still the same, goes back and forth. They look like the same thing, but they are different molds because there's actually a gripper on the new one for the character to hold on to. And it goes back and forth just like the original one does. Back and forth, back and forth. Window, nice window. It's actually a very, very strong piece of plastic, so it's not gonna hurt. But here's the coolest part about it. If you guys can see it, both the missiles fire on the Eternia. The original one does not have any missile action, so that is a really cool feature on the new Eternia playset. So I really, really, really enjoy that they did that. So we'll put those missiles back in there. And on the side of the gun, and they have really good springs on there too. They're really nice, they're really lock in really good. So we'll put them guys to the back. These guys to the back. My window. Guns. Both the guns, once again, the items look similar, but they are not. They have sculpted differently. The original ones have one barrel. The new one has two barrels, and it's also a different color. But it's the same design, better handles for the characters to hold on to, two things on the bottom to hold it sturdy a little bit better detail on the sides of it. So this is the original one, pretty plain. New one, more stuff to it, better top piece. And I'm still trying to figure out what this clip is right here. There's something on, it's really cool because I'm thinking that it fits on top of this, and that's what that's for. That's what it is. And you put it on there like that so you can have your, toy on the back side. It's just in case you want to set it and have nothing going on. So now you can put a character there and it has a little turret gun sit on the side. This one does not do that because we have the original one right here. There's nowhere to put it. So that's a cool feature that the new Eternia playset has, which now you just have to set these guys to the side. You can't do nothing with it. So that's pretty cool, and it gives you something to play with, a play feature for that. So let's go with the capsule. I'm gonna grab the capsule from this one. I'm gonna grab the capsule from that one. Oops. All right, guys, here's the capsules. They are almost identical. And I thought they used the same mold, but they did not. Everything has been resculpted. It's a really amazing they did this. I mean, the windows, it opens up. This is the original one. It is a little warped because of how old it is. And I'll probably never get it back on there, but that's okay. So there's that one. Sorry, guys, technical difficulties. Just want to show you guys the differences. Yeah, it's a little warped, but that's okay because, like I said, this is mine, and I'm just glad to have it. So leave it to the side right now. But the guns on the side are literally almost the same, but once again, different sculpts. They are different. The window's a nice black on this one, which is a kind of a sepia color on this one. Has the same. This one has red wheels. This one has white wheels. Back has the same thruster pieces. It looks like the same, but it's totally skipped, but it's literally almost the same size. So, hey, you could probably do that too. Set it to the side. Yeah, put your gun on top of that. Now you can have it just in case you want that too. That's pretty awesome. Here we go. That is the battle capsule. So, I'm giving it that name, so I don't never heard it called that, so I'm calling it the battle capsule. Will you please hand me the battery cover? Yeah, thanks, man. All right, so this is the new motor, which is a very, very nice design. I mean, it's very sturdy. It's got a good wheel on it, nice rubber on the wheels. You know, it got a good button. The lever this time is on the same side, but it's a little different actually. It's similar, but you know, it's still the same. But and once again, I was saying how the gun fits on this one. There is no place. See all the holes. There's nowhere to put the gun. It doesn't fit on it. So that's really weird that Mattel didn't do that, because it would have looked really cool on the side of the gun, you know. So it's a feature that, but you can also take this gun. This gun comes off. If you want to change the guns up, you can put the little gun onto the white battle capsule. So, but you know, it's pretty cool. So it's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I think you can do that with the original one on this one too. The original one comes off. I don't want to break the tab. I'm not going to take it off. So, sorry guys, I'm not showing you that. I'm not breaking my toy, but it is very old. So, so that's that piece. And oh wait, hold on. And we're going to show you this. This one has a nice screw feature, so this piece doesn't break, and it does take a 9-bolt, or is it 2 AA's? Remember, it's 2 AA's. So the 2 AA's on this one, it's a very, very, very good redo of this original one. This one, dude, I've had 20 of these things, and I'm telling you right now, this is the only one that works. Sounds like crap, but it works. But the side panel here, this is the one piece that you can run it without it having on there, but if you want to have an aesthetic of making it look good, here is the the battery cover for that. Now, as a fan and a collector for you guys out there, this piece is very fragile, and that's why it's not on here, because it's got a good slide action, but the problem is the very back end of it. If you can see, it has a clip. This clip has to clip into the side, which holds to the back side, but this is made so thin that every single one is broken. If you wouldn't mind, hand me those 2 that's over there. I have 2 with me right now that I can show you. That is, these are 2 trams that do not work. As you can see, it has destroyed, and most of the ones I've ever had have been like this. The back piece cracks, it's really bad plastic. So these 2 tram motors are really, really bad. So I just want to let you guys know that, show you that, you know, it does, which is weird, look, because this one here, why is this is interesting, guys. I just noticed this. This is the good one, but why is this piece down?
Because those fins are supposed to be the guide rails
Yeah.
for the tracking, so why are those ones up?
That is interesting. I never noticed that before until just now. This is great. So I gotta look into that, why these 2 are like that. And I gotta look in my back warehouse and see the other ones I have to see what they look like, but that is kind of odd. Huh. All right, well, cool. So that's awesome. So we know that that's different for some reason. So, all right. Now we're gonna go to the ladders. Both of them come with the ram head ladder. Maybe Skeletor made his own ladder. The original one is a gold, and this is a new bright gold. And the new one's a lot larger than the original one. It has the same kind of pattern ahead, the ram skull, and that's it. It's just bigger overall. This is the original, this is the new. And then it also comes with this is a weapons rack. Now, the original one has this weapon rack, but the new one does not come with a weapon rack. It comes with a kind of like a fence piece that goes inside the tower. That is their weapons rack. We'll show it to you when we do the back of the thing, but it does hold weapons, so maybe it's their version of the weapon rack. I don't know. So, you want to hand me all that stuff. Here's the instructions, by the way. Here's the booklet and the instructions for Eternia for the original. So on the new one, you get 4 grappling hooks. And on the original one, you get 4 grappling hooks. So as far as I know, they look the same, and I do believe they use the same mold on this. It's exactly the same. There's nothing different about them. Yeah, they're the same. So they use the same mold on these. That's pretty cool. So there you get 4 and 4, and then you get a crossbow. And then you get a crossbow. Now the original crossbow is detailed out. The new one does not have any detail. Isn't that weird? It's like, why would you go all out and not put enough detail on the new one, but have a bunch of detail on the original one? So there you go, guys. The original one's a cooler crossbow. So, and then you come up with your over-the-shoulder gun, as I call it. And it is literally the same. Well, nope, it has a peg where you can put on the side of something, so that means it hooks onto one of the trams and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. So this one does not have that. The original one does not have that feature. So that's a cool thing, little peg to hold, but it has the same 2 guns, back, side pieces. Nice. They both come with a Moat Stingray. He's over there. That is exactly the same mold. The gold, bright gold, so they did that on purpose so you can't take a new one and put it in the old one. But it's the same mold as some little, they called the new Modi, so we're going to give him a name right now, first time. So we're going to claim the name for this one. This guy's going to be Steve Irwin. No, I'm sorry, I like Steve Irwin. But no, we'll call him Manti. Go with Moti. So there you go, guys. Mattel, he's Manti. So we're gonna call him Manti. So also you get the repainted Ninjor bow and arrow set that he came with the original vintage toy, and it comes with the new one. Same way, same toy. It's literally the same mold. So we're not gonna go into that one, but it's gold, dark gold. So, and this one came with a shield. The original one did not come with a shield, so that's kind of a cool little feature. We get a shield. We didn't get a shield with a new one. Comes with this weird, I call it the knife gun. Here's the knife gun. So they're both the same except the peg on the side of the new one, which you put into the weapons rack. That's what that's for, is the weapons rack. That's what that's for too. So both guns they both come with a, sword. You can get 2 guys fighting with your sword guns. So, and then you get the 2 ion blasters, as I'm calling them. So, boom, boom. There's peg holes on top of the tower for these, so they don't come with the traditional pieces like this that clips onto the top of your original Eternia. They have these little clips for your flagpoles and your guns, which is kind of sucks because you got to either put the flag or the gun. You can't put both of them on there. You have to make a decision on what you want to do. It's the same with the new one also. So you got to either put your flag or put your guns, but it does come with the 2. This comes with the 2, and it comes with the extra pieces to put your flag post. And here's the only other thing is the harp. I guess when Skeletor and He-Man want to sit by themselves and play some music, they come with the little harp thing. That's kind of a weird toy. I never understood this thing, but it does both come with them. So that's pretty much all the small pieces that you get with the Eternia. Now let's go into this. You get, with the new Eternia, you get the Moat Monster, which they're calling Modi, but he's cool. Very nice figure. Good thing, they did give him a nice little package with him. And it's pretty cool. I'm gonna take him out for you guys. And he is very, very, very posable. So his legs move up and down, up and down. His tail moves back and forth, back and forth. He has swivel in the body, but it only goes up and down, not side. He does go side to side and up and down. So his arms do go all the way up. They do swivel all the way around, swivel all the way around. That's a cool little feature. And he does have this big overbite, like, hey man, I'm a Moti. And so that's pretty cool. And the cool thing about it is you can make him like, this is his little house. You can hide right there and like bite your ankles. Bite your ankles. You can put him, fill this thing full of water and put him in there and make the Moat Monster. So that's a pretty cool little feature you got with the Eternia. Now the original one did not have a Moat Monster, but if you look inside here, he is sculpted onto the floor. So that's where they came up with a design for the monster. He is literally part of the original playset. So we get to kind of have a cool character now. So that's the Moti. So give us a second, guys. We're going to turn Eternia around so we can show you the back features of the playset. And I hope you guys like the video so far. So Let me
Just make sure the chair is out of the way. And then I'm gonna grab on here and we're just gonna turn the table. Side by side first?
Yep. Here's the side-by-side of it, guys. One, you can tell that the new one is a lot bigger than the original one. So as you can see, it's pretty cool. We just want to give you guys how much space you need. I have to have space in my man cave for both of these bad boys. So, and all the other castles. So yeah, it's fun. So, did you get that, what you need there?
Yep.
Let's turn them around to the backs. All right, guys, here we go. These are the backs of the Eternia. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. I hope it's informative enough for you. But I wanted to make a good one. I think we're having a great time doing it. So, all right. So, once again, it has pretty much the same kind of thing. I have not put stickers on mine because I haven't got around to figure out where I'm gonna set it yet. So it has three levels, just like the original one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It does have an elevator shaft. Much more sculpted, cool elevator shaft on this. A lot of cool details, a lot of nice stuff. Has the same up and down elevator, which is really, really cool. Gets you to all the levels of the floors. This one also does that. The original one does not have peg holes because He-Man figures did not have pegs or holes in the feet, but the elevator goes up and down. So, yeah, it goes up and down. And then also it has the chair feature, your little computer screen in your chair. You got a little knob up here that turns your chair to move you back and forth to the computer screen, which is really, really cool. On the new one, the computer screen, but this time they gave you a little Horde Trooper Battle Bot thing, which makes moves it back and forth with your control panel chair. It's pretty cool. Remember I was talking about earlier about the weapons rack? Well, this is the new one. They came with this like little fence looking like thing inside here. It has holes for all your weapons. So you can stick any of your weapons that comes with the playset and up against it. Like you can put your crossbow in there, you can put your harp in there, clip on things. Kind of odd though because it's just a real awkward place for this thing. But you can see that how I've got weapons all inside there. You can put all the weapons on it. Pretty cool. Another cool thing that I noticed on the new one that I actually was playing around this morning and I was like, I was wondering if they were going to make railings or something. I'm like, there's little holes. I'm thinking, wow, that's kind of weird. And then I was messing around with the ladder. Check this out. It's perfect. You can put it on any one of the holes so characters can climb. That's what those holes are for, guys. And I'm hoping that this taught you guys something. This is pretty awesome, man. Look, it goes on every level. And I was like, this is such a cool feature. And I'm just telling you, I didn't read the instructions. This is what I found out on my own. It's pretty cool. So I'm kind of digging that has that feature. So, but also, pretty much, oh, flag poles. Let's do flag poles. So the flags on this one are just peg holes. And you pull them out. And then you can replace the ion cannons in the holes. So, but pretty cool. And I noticed the flagpoles are also kind of turned on this one, which these ones go up and down. But here's those little clips I was telling you about for your guns. And the other one does not have that. And then, of course, you stick the cannon on top to fire at your bad guys or good guys or wherever you make Eternia playset. Same thing with this one, sits right up on top. This one also had the feature you could put the original blaster hawk on, which I don't have with me right now. So that's what that does, and pretty cool. And hey, check this out. You can even do this. If you don't want your cannon up there, stick the double barrels on there, put it right here. Check that out. Now you got a cool stick on top. You got more gun action, and then you can stick this guy over here. But let's turn these guys back around real quick. Lucky this is the new one. What was I doing wrong there? Oh, because we gotta go the other way. The wheels really roll on the battle tram. There you go, guys. Let me put all the pieces to the front here to show you one last shot of everything. There you go, guys. There's your Eternia playsets, and I hope everybody was able to get one, and I hope everybody enjoys them. Modi. You can do it! You can do it! That one sounds so bad compared to this one. Yeah, there's no grip on it. There you go, guys. Isn't that cool? We appreciate it. I am T-Jaw. Keep following us. If you guys want to see any other toy, any toy line, I'm going to do a review of the original Dungeons & Dragons Fortress of Fang. We did a commercial for it, I think. We did a commercial for Fortress of Fang? We did last year, but I want to do an in-depth one of the Fortress of Fang and other stuff coming up. If you have any ideas, hit us up on the video, hit us up on the Facebook page, on any of the social media that we have. If you guys want to see any other toy, we might have it, we can get it. Let's review it. Let's have fun. Let's make some fun doing this, guys. So let's do it. Thank you very much, and we appreciate everything. Thank you.